Hi everyone! This is my episode number 1 of Eco Wellness with Catherine, so welcome. I am 𝙀𝙀𝙤, and the reason that I'm doing this is because I want to interview people from around the world that are holistic health practitioners so that they can bring all of us new ideas on how to heal ourselves naturally. And who am I? I am a certified holistic health practitioner, specifically a Japanese Reiki practitioner, and I've been in business for about 5 years. I am an ovarian cancer survivor. I've gone through infertility, and what I've done along in my journey is use natural elements from the earth to heal myself. And that's what I want to share with all of you guys. And tonight, for episode number 1, I have a very, very special guest. Hi!
Hi.
Thank you. I'm so happy that you're here. Thank you for joining Eco Wellness with Catherine, episode number 1, first guest. And
Fantastic.
I was just telling everyone a little bit about you, how you are the creator of BioMassage therapy. You are an FSM practitioner, a frequency healer, and a biohacker.
Yes, ma'am.
What a resume.
Thank you.
Well, good. Well, actually, for those who don't know that, Claudia and I actually worked together. She came to Albuquerque and we did some light therapy together and some channeling. I needed to personally get rid of some fear. I was getting ready for a pageant at that time, and it was just kind of consuming me a little bit. So I needed to get even again and get balanced again. And you totally helped me do that. So that's why I had to bring you on. And I know that I sent you 3 questions, which I'm
Yep.
going to be asking all of my guests. So when you guys tune in, you'll be able to hear the different answers around those. So are you ready to get started, Claudia?
I'm sure am. I am ready.
Okay, great. So we're going to start with question number 1. How do you personally incorporate elements from the earth, like plants and minerals, water, into your own healing and the work that you do with your clients?
That's such a great question. And it's so cool that I can answer this question because I mostly work with technology. So it's really cool I really had to think about this and ponder it. And what you experienced when we worked together was the Lucia light.
Right. Okay.
And what the Lucia light does is it takes your brain into different meditative states.
Hmm.
And I recently was at a Dr. Joe Dispenza advanced follow-up retreat
Oh,
in Washington, D.C. And I was doing one of my favorite meditations along the Potomac River.
mm,
And as I was in that meditation, I started to see with my eyes closed the shimmering that looked like waves of water. So
mm,
here I am on the Potomac River and seeing within myself what I would normally see if I'm under the Lucia light.
mm,
And we were pondering the theme of abundance. And I was there with the water. And water is a really, really important element to me. I really connect with water.
mhm,
I understand the intelligence of it and the importance of it as humanity, as our evolution. And I got this sense that the water was telling me, I am abundance. Like water is a representation of abundance. So it was a full circle moment for me of like the light teaching me what a gamma brainwave is, learning it so deeply within me that I could produce it in my meditation and then connect it with the water that was there in front of me.
Yes, I love that because water is grounding, right? I mean, when we drink it, when we swim in it, when we take a bath, it's there to ground us. And most of our body is made of water.
Exactly.
And we want that water to flow. So I just love that. And you got to meet Joe. That's
I made
really
it to
cool.
a few of his retreats. So yeah.
Okay, amazing. That's on my list. That's on my list. Okay,
Great.
great. We're going to jump into question number two.
Mhm.
So, can you share a moment when nature played a powerful role in your own healing journey?
Yeah. I don't mean to harp on water so much, but it really is like the biggest element and motivator in my life.
Mhm.
And something that I work with is electricity when I work with frequency specific microcurrent.
Okay,
And what conducts electricity is water.
right.
So I'm always like, there's not just like one moment, but like the electricity would be nothing. My tech would be nothing without water.
So, what exactly does this technology do for you? What are you trying to do with it, achieve?
Yeah, so the technology is phenomenal, and it was brought out into the healing world and modality through Dr. Carolyn McMakin, who is a chiropractic doctor in Oregon. And I read her book called The Resonance Effect, and it completely changed my life. And I changed careers. I went from being a makeup artist in the film industry to going to massage therapy school and learning this technique.
Mm,
So, what this technique does is it works with the cells in our body. And
right.
so, our cells are made of plasma, which is a form of water. And so I put wet towels on people wherever they need the healing. And I
Mhm.
run the electricity through the wet towels into the cells of their body and correct the message of something being out of balance. And I help people come back into balance, whether it's, vagus nerve or like
Mhm.
I work with so many people with concussions,
Mm,
runners. I work with runners a lot as well with the tendons and the ligaments.
mhm.
So, but like I said, the technology wouldn't work if I didn't have water to conduct the electricity through to the body.
Oh, I love that. I'm gonna have to try that sometime. So I know it depends on the ailment of how
Mhm.
many sessions you need to see a change. So can you give us an idea how many treatments you would need?
Yeah, really does depend on the injury and how severe it is.
Mhm.
But what's so shocking is how fast it works. So I had someone come in who's had a brain injury and has been suffering for a year. And that night, after her first treatment, she messaged me and she said, I don't know if I'm making this up, but
Mhm.
I feel better. And she's just been feeling progressively better from one session. Will
Mhm.
she need two, three? Yes. So anywhere between like three is the minimum,
Okay.
and then six, or depending on what's going on. But most of my clients tend to only need me for 3 to 6 sessions.
Okay. Amazing.
Mhm.
All right. Well, that's definitely on my list to try. I'm all about trying whatever the latest holistic health practices that I could do naturally to heal myself versus pharmaceuticals. So I am always looking for that next method of
And
healing.
I'll definitely be back there this year as well. So
Yeah, okay, amazing. All right, and for our last question, number three, what inspired you to step into this path of holistic healing, and how does your why continue to guide your work today?
yeah, so my why is to bring people back into homeostasis, into health and wellness, so that they can live in their body happy and healthy.
Mhm.
So many people are suffering from pain and from injury and from struggle. And I've worked with so many people who say, I feel like a prisoner in my own body.
Mm.
And that's just no way to live.
No, it's not.
So,
No.
yeah, when I read the book, The Resonance Effect by Dr. Carolyn McMakin, I couldn't look away anymore. And to know that there was something out there in the world that could help people feel better in their body and come back to their lives and their families, I
Hmm.
had to take that step. And that's what had me shift and change and continue to study. And now I want to become a chiropractor. And I'm not a spring chicken, so I don't know how I'm going to do it, but it doesn't matter. Like,
Yeah.
I just have to know what I want, and how it will show up will show up.
Exactly. And passion drives you, right? And goals drive you. And girl, we're never too old to learn a new skill set. I mean, I plan on learning till I'm, 90 years old plus, well, until I think at that time I might be like, okay, I'm just going to coast now. I'm just going to
Yeah.
breathe. I'm just going to enjoy life, which I'm already doing. But
Yeah.
okay, well, great. I love those answers. And thank you for coming on to episode 1. And where can our people connect with you? Do you have a website, your socials? How can we find you?
Thank you for having me. Thank you for having me be the first guest. I can't
Yeah.
wait to go back to Albuquerque in December. But people can find me on social media at Claudia.Moriel. That's my handle.
Okay.
And then my website, which is okay, but it still has a lot of information, and you can book through there with me. And I do consulting online as well, is the Light Guide, Lite.
Mm.
So the light is spelled a little bit different. The lightguide.com.
Okay, amazing, amazing. All right, well, thank you again. And everyone, make sure you press that button to subscribe and follow for more earth-rooted wellness. And don't forget to share this with someone who needs it. All right, everyone, have a great day. Thank you, Claudia. I'll make sure to tag you so people can find you easily. And everyone have a blessed evening.
Happy
Bye,
4th.
guys.
Bye.